Have you been looking for other alternative of making money from real estate industry? If yes is your answer, this video is for you. Alright, so in this video, I'm going to be revealing to you one of the old but easiest way of making money from the real estate industry. Alright, so please stick around, watch this video to the end as I'm going to share a lot of information with you. Watch to the end and you'll be glad you do. Remember, my name is Peter Twinnet from LuckyProperty.com. My job is to assist you with the right real estate investment information so that when you're making real estate investment decisions, you're able to make the right decisions. You might ask, what is this old but easy way of making money from real estate industry? Alright? In this video, I'm going to be revealing that to you. I'm also going to be sharing with you my own personal experience with this kind of real estate investment. Alright, so stick around like I mentioned, watch to the end, and you'll be glad you do. And if you're yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, please use the opportunity. Click on the subscribe button below, subscribe to my YouTube channel so that when I post educational videos like this and more to come, you'll be among the first to be notified. You can also like and share with your friends and the family members. So if you are ready, let's dive in. A lot of our clients home and abroad are conversant with buying land, buying properties like houses, selling lands. Alright, but this is different from what I've just mentioned. Alright, so in this video, I'm going to be sharing that important way of making money from real estate investment opportunity, and that is what? Land sponsor or land sponsorship. Now, so you may ask, what is land sponsor or land sponsorship? Alright, so land sponsorship is a process where investor or clients undertake community or family projects, all right, and in exchange he or she is being paid with land. So that's why they call it land sponsor or land sponsorship. So I'm going to be giving you detailed information about how this work. All right, so but bear it in mind that land sponsorship or land sponsor is a way where investors or clients undertake some projects owned by communities, owned by families, owned by individuals, and in exchange for that money spent for those projects, he or she gets some plots or acres of land. All right, so now I'm going to dive into it fully. So for the past few years, I've been into the real estate industry here in Island in Lekki, Lagos, Nigeria. All right, I've been able to assist some of our investors get into land sponsorship. All right, so there are various kind of land sponsorship, so that's why I'm going to take my time to explain to you. All right, so number one of this land sponsorship is, for instance, if community have virgin lands, all right, and they want to get survey, register survey on their lands, it is expected that they will need to spend some amount of money to government, Lagos State government, for them to get them registered survey. So now in the other hand, if they don't have the money to spend and get that survey, their land surveyed, all right, they need these services of an investor. So an investor or a financier will come putting money into that job for them to get their survey. So for every survey land you do, you have some amount of land that gets to you. Now this is how it works. If for instance now the community have like 100 acres of land, all right, and to provide finance for them to get survey on their land, for every acre I'm getting one plot of land. So which means that if they have 100 acres of land, I'm getting 100 plots of land. All right, this is one of land sponsorship you should consider investing in. Another part of land sponsorship that we have experienced, all right, since I joined the real estate industry, is the aspect of documentation. So let's say for instance the communities have the land, registered their survey already. Now they want C of O on the land, or they want Gazette on the land. All right, so all they need to do is, if they don't have the money, they will approach a financier or an investor who will finance the documentation of that land. All right, so the financier will pay for the money, will have his lawyer do the runaround on getting the C of O for that land. All right, so they also have specific amount of plots that is being given to them. All right, I don't know how amount, because the amount of plots of land given to the investor or financier depends on the amount of money the financier is putting into the deal or the project. All right, so you know, getting C of O documentation is not as cheap as paying money for land sponsorship, all right, for the survey or for the communities. All right, so you spend a lot of money getting C of O documentation on such kind of land, so you are to expect more plots of land. Yeah, of course, sure. All right, though I've not done the one for land title documentation. I've done the one for survey, and the other one I'll be discussing with you shortly. So these are the two I've mentioned so far. So let me take you to the third way of land sponsorship so you can benefit from. All right, keep on watching. And if you're yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, please use your opportunity, click on the subscribe button below, subscribe to my YouTube channel so that when I post subsequent videos like this and others that will be coming, you'll be among the first to be notified. Keep on watching. Another form of land sponsorship that I personally have benefited from, okay, though I was a middleman as an agent, I stood between the developer, all right, or the investor and the community, is creating of access road. Now, there are some communities that have good lands, okay, but the location where they are, they don't have good access, all right, they cannot access their road completely to the major road, all right. So in that instance, some of the communities will come together and say, okay, if we can get a financier or an investor who can help us create access road to the major road, then we're ready to pay with land. All right. So this is another form of making getting land from land sponsorship. You can benefit from land sponsorship through this means. Okay, so you can create access road for the community. Tell them, okay, I need 20 plus of land, I need 30 plus of land, depending on the amount of money you are investing into the construction of that access road. All right, this is another form of getting plus of land from land sponsorship. I'm going to tell you more. All right, another form of land sponsorship that I personally here have benefited from was land samfailing. All right, few years ago, I could remember a community reached out to us that they've been trying to sell out their lands, but they are unable to do that because the land is swampy, so no one is buying. All right, so we gave them the idea, why don't you get a financier or get an investor so they can come samfail the entire land so you can add value to your land so you can sell higher. So they bought the idea. So finally we got them financiers who came after seeing the land, checking out the documents. The next thing they did was they sign up agreement with them and then move to site, okay? So they started the samfailing, they did the job completed, samfailed the entire land, and the investors were paid with some amount of lands while the community continued selling their own land. So you can also get involved with this, though it's a very huge capital intensive, all right, because you're going to spend a lot of money. Samfailing land is not an easy thing, depending on though how deep the land is. All right, so our financier was able to complete the project and he was given land, and we also, the agents were also settled too. So these are forms you can make money from land sponsorship. So land sponsorship is one of the oldest way of making money from real estate. Until today, it's still making money for a lot of people. So imagine owning like 50 plots or 100 plots of land from one land sponsorship. You fence it around, get the documents, all right, from Lagos State government, secure it and leave it for the future. All right, you can actually set up a mini estate from your own land, or even sell later in the future with a higher rate and make up your money. So you can see for your fact that land sponsorship has benefited so many persons, including I here doing this video. All right. So if you have benefited from my video regarding land sponsorship, how you can cash out from land sponsorship, please don't forget to like, subscribe to my YouTube channel, share with friends so that they can also benefit, as I'll be doing the next video on pros and cons of land sponsorship. You cannot afford to miss that video. So remember to put the notification bell so that when I drop it, you'll be among the first to get this information. I want to say thank you so much for always watching my videos. Thank you so much for always subscribing to my YouTube channel, for buying properties from me even when you have not seen me. You are the best. To have a wonderful day.